வணக்கம். ரஃபால் டீல் மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை சர்ச்சைக்கு வந்துவிட்டது. நேற்று ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட் வெளிவந்தவுடன் $1 மில்லியன் அந்த ஊழல் வெளிவந்தது. அந்த லஞ்ச பணம் வெளிவந்தது. நம் நாட்டு மத்திய அரசாங்கம் ஒரு மிடில்மேனுக்கு வாங்கி கொடுத்த அந்த லஞ்ச பணம். இந்த லஞ்ச பணத்தோடைய இந்த ரிப்போர்ட் வெளிவந்தவுடன் பலவிதமான எலிகேஷன்ஸ் தொடங்கிவிட்டது. அதாவது ஒருபுறம் காங்கிரஸின் பிரஸ் மீட், இன்னொரு புறம் பிஜேபியின் பிரஸ் மீட். காங்கிரஸ் வைக்கும் எலிகேஷன், நாங்கள் 4 வருடமாக இதைத்தான் கூறி வருகிறோம், இந்த புதிய ரஃபால் டீலில் எத்தனையோ ஊழல்கள் நடந்திருக்கிறது, ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய அளவில் ஊழல் நடந்திருக்கிறது என்கிற விஷயத்தை நாங்கள் தொடர்ந்து பேசிக்கொண்டே இருக்கிறோம். இன்னொரு புறம் பிஜேபி, இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டை எங்களால் நம்ப முடியாது, இது ஒரு பொய்யான ரிப்போர்ட், இது ஒரு பேஸ்லெஸ்ஸான ரிப்போர்ட், இதை நீங்கள் நம்பாதீர்கள் என்று பிஜேபி எடுத்து வைக்கும் வாக்குவாதம். பிஜேபி எடுத்து வைக்கும் இன்னொரு வாக்குவாதம், சிபிஐயுடன் இந்த ரிப்போர்ட் போனது. சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா எங்களுக்கு கிளீன் சிட்டை கொடுத்து விட்டார்கள். பார்லிமெண்ட்டில் நாங்கள் டிஸ்கஷனை நடத்திவிட்டோம், அதற்கு மேல் உங்களுக்கு என்ன வேண்டும் என்று கேள்வி இங்கே இப்போதான் எழும்புகிறது. இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டை பேஸ் பண்ணி இதே பப்ளிஷிங் ஹவுஸை நாங்கள் தொடர்பு கொண்டோம். அவர்களும் எங்கே வேணாலும் எப்போ வேணாலும் எந்த கேள்விக்கு வேணாலும் நாங்கள் பதிலை கொடுக்க தயாராக இருக்கிறோம், கேமராவுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து அந்த பதிலை கொடுக்க தயாராக இருக்கிறோம் என்று ஒத்துக்கொண்டார்கள். இன்னைக்கு என் பிலிப் என்ற ஒரு பத்திரிகையாளர், இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டை தயார் செய்த அந்த பத்திரிகையாளர், பிரான்ஸ் நாட்டை சார்ந்த இந்த பத்திரிகையாளர், மீடியாபார்ட் என்கிற இந்த நிறுவனம் வெளிவிட்ட இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டை எழுதிய நபர் எங்களுடன் நேரடியாக இணைந்திருக்கிறார். அவரை பார்த்து பல கேள்விகளை கேட்கலாம், அவரை பார்த்து இந்த விஷயத்திற்கான பல உண்மைகளை தெரிஞ்சு கொள்ளலாம். வாருங்கள். So joining with us Yann Philippin, who is a journalist of Mediapart and who had been a part of this investigation and who had reported this entire story. So welcome, Mr. Yann.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks a lot. So, Mr. Yann, we have gone through your entire report. So the report says that Dassault Aviation had agreed to pay 1 million euros to a middleman in India. Right. So I just want you to start with the middleman. Who's that person? And because we know who's that person, but we want you to, elaborately explain us.
So Sushen Gupta is a middleman and advisor who is from a family which is active as aeronautics and defense consultants in India. It's been 3 generations. They started in the 50s, and so they advise several international aerospace and defense companies. And Sushen Gupta has become known in India when he has been placed under formal investigation back in 2019 in another arms contract scandal, which is the Augusta Westland case. Okay. For this contract for the sale of helicopters, which has been under investigation for many years now by several Indian agencies. And so Mr. Gupta has been placed under formal investigation in this case back in 2019.
Right. So anyways, in India, there were a couple of press meets which was happening yesterday, the ruling party and the opposition party both. So the ruling party says it is a baseless allegation against us, because the person who is involved in this, as you said, the person, Mr. Gupta, he's the same person who was involved in another defense deal, which is Augusta Westland, which happened on another political party's government, which is Congress. Now they say that whatever report Mediapart had brought up, it is all baseless. There is no base for it. It is all fake news is what they are spreading. So your reply to them.
I am a reporter, so I don't wish to comment, on the way that political people in India basically use this information and basically. So that's not my point. I'm a reporter, so I wish to stick on the facts. And the fact is that this payment of 1 million euros is true, and basically it has been been confirmed yesterday by the company who received the money, DevSys Solutions. They said that they delivered the plane models to Dassault. So they confirmed that this contract exists and that this payment exists. So I don't see how what we published could be considered as fake news.
Okay. Mr. Yen, there is one more question. Dassault Aviation, they themselves, they are a manufacturer of Rafale fighter jets. So how is it possible that a company which is already a manufacturer will give this order to a company which is in India to make, dummy aircraft?
That's a mystery. That's really what I wish to understand. And unfortunately, only Dassault knows the answer to this question. And unfortunately, we questioned them. We gave them several days to answer. We sent them very precise written questions. And despite this, they decided you would have to ask this question to Dassault.
Okay, so Dassault didn't reply you at all. Okay, my one more question is, as you said,
No.
Dassault confirmed that they have received all the models, right, of what Indian company have made for them, the dummy Rafale jet engines or jet aircrafts. So where are those models? Like, where all they distributed? Are they real? Are they in real, like they manufactured and they delivered? Did you got any information on that?
No, this is strange because, yesterday the company said and provided documents showing that these models have been delivered to Dassault. So Dassault seems to have them. And according to the manufacturer, the models were delivered, the last ones were delivered at the beginning of 2018.
Okay.
And the French anti-corruption agency, they discovered this payment in October 2018, so around 6 months later. And at this point, Dassault has been very embarrassed, and they didn't give to the agents of the French anti-corruption agency any proof or even picture that the models were delivered. So the question is, if as this model seems to have been delivered at the beginning of the year, why didn't Dassault explain itself about this to the inspectors of the French anti-corruption agency? And why have they been so embarrassed when this contract has been discovered? So again, that's really the important question in this matter.
Okay.
And again, only Dassault can answer this.
Okay, one more question. As you said, in October 2018 is when French Anti-Corruption Bureau had discovered this, that Dassault had paid so much of money, which is a very big money, 1 million euro. Then why this took so much of time, like 2018 October, and we are on 2021 April, So why did this took so much of time to, bring up this reality?
It's always difficult to investigate such matters. As you know, it is a very sensitive contract. All this matter is usually secret. So basically, I investigated several months to produce this series of reports in Mediapart, and all I can tell you is that I published when I was ready, and that this kind of investigation takes time.
Okay, so do you justify, did the aviation Dassault Aviation justify this, that why did they pay 20,000 euros for a dummy aircraft, and what is the requirement of 50 dummy aircrafts in this case, when the total aircraft itself is 36, total number of aircraft which India is buying from France, it is only 36. So what is the use of this 50 dummy aircrafts?
I don't know. Again, you will have to ask Dassault. It seems that some of these plane models have been used in India. For instance, there is one of the models which is in front of the offices of Dassault in India. Some of your colleagues of an Indian TV channel told me that they have spotted some of them.
Yeah, even we did. Yeah.
at some sites of the Indian army. What I don't know is that if these models that are displayed at some locations in India are the same as the one that DevSys Solutions fabricated for Dassault. I cannot tell you if these are the same models.
Okay, a very important question which is arising in India. Everyone wants to know this answer. That why did French government asked this investigation to be stopped? Why did they didn't give you a green signal? You go ahead and investigate further.
What we revealed in the second part of our investigative series is that the French National Financial Prosecutor, which is the prosecutor's unit who is in charge of the biggest financial crimes, fraud cases like corruption or tax fraud, they had a complaint from an anti-corruption NGO back in 2018. This was about the allegations against a Reliance Group owned by Anil Ambani. And what we revealed is that they dropped the case without even doing serious verifications. And this national financial prosecutor said that she dropped the case because she didn't believe in the allegations, but also because she said that the interests of France must be preserved, So I don't know. Again, I cannot tell you if she thought about it herself or if somebody told her to do so. That I cannot say. But what is sure is that she publicly said that this decision was at least her decision, so it was at least partially motivated. What is interesting is that she did only 2 verifications, and one of these verifications was to host in her office the lawyer of Dassault for off-the-record meeting, without writing an account of this conversation. And so when there is allegations about someone, it's quite strange that the only investigation you do is to talk with the lawyer of the person who is suspected.
Okay, as you said, Anil Ambani, right? So, did you in your investigation did you found anything about Anil Ambani and Dassault Aviation, and how did this entire deal happen? Between Anil Ambani and Dassault Aviation.
What we found, but it was back in 2018, and so it's public now, is that Anil Ambani's company financed for 1.6 million euros a movie which was produced by a French actress, which is also the companion, the private partner of former president of France, François Hollande. And this financing of this movie has been done just before Mr. Hollande arrived in India to sign the preliminary agreement about the Rafale with Prime Minister Modi. And also what we found is a confidential document from inside Dassault Aviation, where in this document, an executive of Dassault Aviation said that the partnership between Mr. Ambani's group and Dassault was compulsory if they wish to have the Rafale contract. And we also revealed, basically we had a declaration made to us by Mr. François Hollande, who said that Mr. Ambani was imposed to Dassault by India.
Is it okay? Any other investigation regarding Anil Ambani which you found in the entire course of investigation?
I'm not at liberty to say because there's going to be a third article in our series, which is going to be published tomorrow. And I'm sorry, I hope you understand that cannot share any details on the content before it's published.
So how far are you going to take this investigation? Is the investigation stopped or you are still investigation further on the same?
Again, we will publish the last part of our series tomorrow. And of course, if we discover more after that, we will publish it when we will be ready.
Okay. It was wonderful talking to you, Mr. Yann, and you have shared a lot of things. Thanks a lot. And we'll be in touch for your future stories. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yann Philippe பேசிய ஒவ்வொரு வார்த்தையும் நீங்க கேட்டீர்கள். எந்த அளவில் என் பிலிப் அவர்கள் அந்த உண்மையை வெளிக்கக்கினார் என்று, எந்த அளவில் அனில் அம்பானிக்கும் டசால்ட் ஏவியேஷனுக்கும் தொடர்பு இருந்தது என்ற அந்த உண்மையும் பேசியிருக்கிறார். எப்படி டசால்ட் ஏவியேஷனை பிரஷர் போட்டு அனில் அம்பானியுடன் நீங்க இந்த பிசினஸை செய்யவில்லை என்றால் உங்களுக்கு இந்த டெண்டரே கிடைக்காது என்று மிரட்டினார்கள். அத்தனை உண்மையும் இவர் பேசிவிட்டார். இதற்கு மேல் மத்திய அரசாங்கத்தின் பதில் என்னவாக இருக்கும்? பிஜேபியின் இந்த எலிகேஷனுக்கான பதில் என்னவாக இருக்கும்? பிஜேபி இதற்கு மேலாவது உண்மையை பேசுவார்களா? இந்த ரஃபால் டீலில் நடந்த அந்த உண்மை வெளிவருமா? நாளைக்கு இன்னொரு ரிப்போர்ட்டை வெளிவிடும்படி இவர் கூறியிருக்கிறார். அந்த ரிப்போர்ட்டை பற்றியும் நாங்கள் இன்னும் ஆழமாக பார்க்க இருக்கிறோம். உங்களிடம் பல உண்மைகளை மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை கொண்டு வர இருக்கிறோம். அதுவரை காத்து கொண்டிருங்கள். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.